Actually hypothetically closed myself out at break even. Only reason why I say that is because it wasn't a valid trade. Well, I say break even, I closed out about here, but I'm just going to say it's break even. It's barely anything. I closed myself out there only based on the meter. So this is still valid if you're a inverse fair value gap trader, but I just feel that I didn't really have enough confirmation. So basically, with a sweep of this 1 hour, 4 hour candle, and then inverse this 2 minute, 1 minute fair value gap, I entered off of that. And then, I entered on the retracement into the inverse fair value gap. Did go into a little bit of profit, but then it kept on going up. But really, if you look at it in this way, it's almost like just a retracement into this order block and pushing it back up, which does worry me. So yeah, I'm actually tempted to look for longs only because we've got a market structure shift from this retracement. I'll be very tempted to enter here and target up here. Yeah, let's do it, why not? Alright, so I've ended up just turning around from shorts straight to longs, which I'm happy about. 2.69R win. This is a very, well, it's an A plus trade, but it's risky in the sense of my stop loss. So I noticed that we did inverse these fair value gaps here, hence why I shorted. I tried doing what those inverse fair value gap traders do, but I'm just going to stick to what I know, the bread and butter. So what we got here, which is actually, I'm happy that I stopped myself out near on that break even, because I noticed we got the manipulation down here, these lows here, we manipulate it down. Manipulation phase is probably over now. Once we have that manipulation phase, notice how we sweep that high and now we're pushing down really fast. But yeah, so he swept that and pushed all the way up. I did short on the inverse fair value gap, then I did end up stopping out pretty much at break even. Then I noticed on this retracement down, entered into this 2 minute breaker block / 2 minute order block, was 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute order block, all that. Past the 3 minute doesn't really look nice. And it's clear there's some drawn liquidity to the upside. We swept London highs, came down. What made me enter was we made a low, swept that sell side, those equal lows, and then made the market structure shift upwards. So what I did was, see this 1 minute order block here, right there. I literally just entered right as it came down. Thought let's just take a risk, target the upside. went well. Inverse fair value gap, which increased my confidence more, took about 30% off. Because it's about 50 ticks, I would have probably put 20 points on this trade. Yeah, 20 contracts. So I would have taken 6 contracts off at this area, which would have been now 1.56R. So that would have been $750. And then $650, what is 30% of that? $195 I would have secured off that trade, off that partial I took there, and the rest went up to the main drawn bars of liquidity. Another reason why I did look at longs, like I changed my mind, because I looked in the high time frame perspective, and we actually ended up obviously having this high time frame SMT, bullish SMT to the upside. Yes, we did sweep these lows, whereas NAS we didn't. Then we saw some bullish market structure on the lower time frame, so I decided just to target the main clear draw on liquidity, which was that buy side. Also notice how now we've broken structure to the downside. We've had a displacement, but we haven't had a proper market structure shift because we've wicked it. Could just be a total sweep for all we know, but it does look like we are going now to the downside after that. That sweep of liquidity that we was targeting. So yeah, it wasn't a 2.7R, it was a 2. Where was it? Let's get rid of that take profit line now. $2.69R. Very small stop loss, but if it was going to go below here, I'd be very confident that price is going to go to the downside. So I'm very happy that I changed and reversed my position. Obviously this is all hypothetical, but yeah. That's it from me today. I do. It's hard to actually determine a bias properly, because when I look at it, we are reacting off this daily fair value gap, but we've got a lot of inefficiencies on the downside that we can take. So I don't know. But yeah, we'll just see. I'll be back soon.